Good marketing comes from good ideas, but good ideas can often feel hard to come by, especially today when it's all been done before, said before, and seen before. In fact, now that I think about it, is even trying to come up with new and innovative marketing ideas completely pointless? Well, I don't think so. After all, the average consumer sees somewhere between 6,000 and 10,000 different marketing messages every single day. And those ideas had to come from somewhere. That said, if you want to come up with better marketing ideas, you do need a plan. And more specifically, you need to understand the following three things. First, you need to understand the structure of what makes up a good marketing idea anyway. After all, just because you think an idea is great, or I think an idea is great, doesn't necessarily mean that your customers, your clients, or your audience are going to agree. Next, you need to know how to tap into a limitless supply of fun, exciting, and profitable marketing ideas. A way to make sure that you're always ready with another banger, something that's sure to take your customers' breath away. And lastly, you need to know the secret for how to take a good idea and make it great. Or a little process that I like to call good to gooder. Yeah, the name needs a little work. So let me show you how it's done, starting by dissecting what makes a good marketing idea anyway. After a long and very confusing series of Google searches, I finally arrived at a definition of a good idea that I actually like. And all I had to do was break it apart into its two separate words, good and idea. According to the dictionary, good means to be desired or approved of, and idea means a thought or suggestion as to a possible course of action. So a good idea is simply a desirable suggestion. Of course, we could break this down further then and take a look at what does desirable mean, which would then lead to try to figure out what is more important, whether it's attractive or useful, and then what's attractive and what's useful, and where do we go from there? But I think we can stop there, at least where marketing is concerned. Because when it comes to marketing, a good idea can be either attractive or useful, or both. They both serve a purpose, and that's why this is important. You see, a good marketing idea is one that serves a purpose and helps to accomplish some kind of goal. Now, for most business owners, entrepreneurs, creators, and marketers, the goal with marketing is usually to get more attention, increase engagement, and have that ultimately lead to more sales, customers, and revenue. So any idea that you have or that you come across can be considered good if it helps you accomplish those things. And any idea that you have or that you come across that doesn't help you accomplish those things, or worse, takes you further away from those goals, well, can be considered bad. Okay, so now that we've got that covered, let me show you how to tap into a nearly limitless supply of great ideas. There's a famous quote by George Fuchsel. Fuchsel? Let's just call him George. Anyway, George was an early computer programmer and instructor for IBM who's credited with the saying garbage in, garbage out, as a way to remind his students that the computer basically processes whatever you give it. Or in other words, put in good code and get out good code. Programs? Software? Stuff? Well, my friend, the same can be said about the content you consume, the media that you enjoy, and the people that you surround yourself with. And here are two likely scenarios to your problem. Scenario 1. You got nothing. No ideas whatsoever. Every day is writer's block, or talker's block, or video maker's block. It's probably a thing. Or some other kind of block that seems to be stopping your brain from producing the ideas you need. Scenario 2 is that you've got ideas, but they're not necessarily good ideas. At least not once you pass them through the filter of, will this actually work or help me move closer to my goals? The good news is that the solution to both of these little problems is the exact same. And that is to consume more high-quality content. Because coming up with new ideas is really just about combining other ideas and stories and experiences in new and interesting ways that other people may not have thought of before. Like a cronut, which is a croissant crossed with a donut. Not very healthy, but super delicious. But good ideas don't always have to be new either. Sometimes they're just small improvements on already existing ideas. Or taking something that already exists and presenting it in a new and interesting way. For example, some of the best books on marketing were written decades ago by old school legends. People like Claude Hopkins, who wrote Scientific Advertising in 1923, Robert Collier, who wrote The Letter Book in 1931, Rosser Reeves, who wrote Reality in Advertising in 1961, Eugene Schwartz, who wrote Breakthrough Advertising in 1966, and David Ogilvy, who wrote Ogilvy on Advertising in 1986. These books are still some of my absolute favorites, and I reference them all the time, taking the lessons that I've learned from them and then filtering them through my own experiences and applying them to more modern day scenarios. But books aren't the only places you have to go to get good ideas. There's also YouTube videos and blogs and podcasts. There's social media and newsletters, as well as courses and programs and trainings that you can use to further enhance your education. For example, if one of the things that you wanted to learn more about was digital marketing, then one of the best things you could do was to check out the Digital Marketing Academy. It'll give you proven and profitable strategies to help you make more sales, get more customers, and grow your business. And you can check it out just by clicking the link in the description below this video. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Okay, so now that you've got some ideas and at least a few places where you can go to start stirring them up, next let me show you a proven process to make your good ideas even gooder. Here's a shocking statistic that will blow your mind and make you question everything you've ever been led to believe. People like being around other happy, positive, and passionate people. Alright, well, maybe that one's kinda obvious. After all, we all know that one buzzkill person that has the power to suck the fun out of every single room they ever enter. Oh, hey man, how's it going? Fine. Oh, I see you got a new hat. I like it. Thanks. So you still down to catch that movie tonight with everyone? Can't. My hamster has a cold. Wait, your hamster has a cold? Hamsters get colds? You have a hamster? The point here is that negative energy is contagious, kind of a downer. But positive energy is also contagious and not a downer at all. Plus, high energy marketing tends to work better, convert higher, and sell more too. Now, you don't want to be fake about this. People can tell, and it's weird. But one of the best ways to take a good idea and make it better is to just add a little energy to it. Just throw in some passion, some good vibes. Juice it up a little. But another thing you can do to further enhance your idea is to back it up with facts. Cause knowledge is cool. You see, passion and energy will get you noticed and make people pay attention. But to get people to pay money, you're gonna need a little more substance. And this is where showing a little bit of proof goes a really long way. You can use statistics or stories or even your own personal experience. But you can't expect people to just take whatever you're saying at face value, especially when it comes to business and marketing and real money is on the line. Yes, I understand you want to buy a SpongeBob costume because you think it'll increase sales, but unless I'm missing something here, I don't see how this is gonna work. And this is why the best way to make sure that you're coming up with good ideas is to make sure that they're aligned with things that your audience actually wants. And the way to do that is through a little known something called market research. It sounds boring, but it's incredibly important and very profitable. So to show you how to quickly do market research for free, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is check out the video I've got linked up right here. So make sure to check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video. But for them to refer you, they need to know what you do. After all, people can't buy from you if they don't know that you exist. Or in this case, people can't buy from you if they do know you exist, but don't know that you have a business. I learned this lesson first.